The dining room looked perfect. Golden lights. Crystal glasses. Fresh flowers on the table. Roast chicken. Steaming soup. Homemade desserts. Everything screamed happy family. Everyone smiled. Everyone laughed. Everyone pretended. It was my parents' anniversary dinner. 30 years of sacrifice. That's what they called it. That's what everyone praised. Aunts, uncles, cousins, family friends, all gathered to celebrate them, to honor them, to admire them. And I sat there, quiet, smiling, like always. Mom raised her glass first. Thank you all for coming, she said warmly. Raising children isn't easy. Applause. Dad squeezed her hand. We gave up everything, he added. For our kids. More applause. Someone shouted. Best parents ever. Another said. You're saints. I smiled. Politely. Like a good daughter should. Inside, something twisted. Because I knew the truth. They hadn't sacrificed for me. They had sacrificed me. My aunt leaned toward me. You're so lucky, she whispered. Your parents did everything for you. Lucky. If only she knew. If only they all knew. Dinner continued. Stories were shared. About how Dad worked late. How Mom skipped vacations. How they put me first. Lies. Wrapped in nostalgia. Served with dessert. Then my uncle stood. Tapped his glass. Speech, he announced. Dad laughed. No, no. But he stood anyway. Loved attention. Family is everything, he said proudly. We protected her from hardship. Protected. From what? From truth. From choices. From freedom. My hands tightened around my fork. He continued. We paid for her school. Her clothes. Her future. Every word felt like theft. Because I paid too. With my childhood. With my dreams. With my silence. Mom wiped fake tears. She was never grateful, she joked. But we forgive her. Laughter. Everyone laughed. I laughed too. Softly. On cue. The perfect daughter. The obedient one. The one who never caused trouble. Never complained. Never told. Until now. My phone vibrated in my pocket. One message. From myself. A reminder. 9 p.m. Press play. I glanced at the clock. 8:59. My heart began to race. Mom noticed. Are you okay, honey? Yes, I replied calmly. Just, excited. She smiled. Satisfied. 9 p.m. Exactly. I reached into my bag. Pulled out a small remote. Black. Simple. One button. My cousin frowned. What's that? I looked around the table. At every smiling face. At every judging eye. At every person who believed their story. I prepared something, I said softly. For tonight. Dad's smile widened. A slideshow, he asked proudly. See? She appreciates us. I nodded. Something like that. I stood up. Walked to the TV. Plugged in a flash drive. The screen flickered. Everyone leaned forward. Expecting baby photos. Family trips. Happy memories. Proof of sacrifice. Proof of love. Instead. The first image appeared. A hospital bill. With my name. Age, 14. Diagnosis, malnutrition. Then a video started playing. My voice. Younger. Crying. Please, I'm hungry. The room went silent. Mom's face froze. Dad whispered. Turn it off. I didn't. I pressed play again. And that was when their perfect story began to collapse. The video kept playing. No one spoke. No one breathed. On the screen, 14-year-old me sat on my bed. Skinny. Pale. Eyes sunken. Holding my stomach. Crying. I haven't eaten since yesterday, my younger voice whispered. I'm scared I'm going to faint at school. The video cut. Another clip. My school counselor's office. I'm worried about her, the counselor said to my parents. She's underweight. She needs support. Mom's voice answered coldly. She's dramatic. Lies. Then photos appeared. My report cards. Straight A's. Beside them, rejection letters. Denied, field trip fund. Denied, music program. Denied, science camp. Dad's voice played. We can't waste money on nonsense. The room felt frozen. My aunt covered her mouth. My cousin whispered, "Oh my God." The screen switched again. A hospital hallway. Me in a wheelchair. Age 16. Broken ankle. I fell at work, I explained in the video. I was working nights to buy food. Gasps filled the room. Working. At 16. While they were being praised. Another clip. Mom yelling, "You embarrass us with your weakness." Dad adding, "Be grateful we even keep you." I paused the video. Looked around. Faces had changed. Shock. Disbelief. Shame. Anger. Still think they sacrificed for me? I asked quietly. Dad stood up. "This is manipulated," he shouted. "It's private." Mom cried. "Turn it off." "No," I replied. "You turned my life off for years." My uncle spoke softly. "Is this true?" I nodded. "All of it." Tears rolled down my cousin's face. I had no idea. Mom reached for me. "I did my best," she sobbed. "You chose comfort over care, I hear is." Then I took a deep breath. For the first time that night. I wasn't scared. I wasn't shaking. I wasn't apologizing. I was free. "I didn't show this to shame you," I said quietly. "I showed it so I could stop carrying it alone." Mom sank into her chair. Dad looked smaller. Older. Tired. No applause. No praise. No excuses left. My aunt stood. Tears in her eyes. "Why didn't you tell us?" she whispered. "I tried," I replied. No one listened. My cousin walked over. Hugged me. "I'm sorry," she said. That mattered. More than any apology from them. Dad finally spoke. "We didn't know how," he muttered. "We were struggling too." I nodded. "But you chose pride over protection." Mom reached for my hand. I gently pulled back. "Not yet," I said. "Some wounds need time. Some trust must be rebuilt slowly." I packed my bag. "Right there. In front of everyone. I'm moving out," I announced. Gasps followed. "I already have a place," I added. "A job. A life." Dad's voice cracked. "Don't leave." "I already did," I replied. Months later, I was healthier. Stronger. Studying again. Smiling without fear. Some relatives stayed in my life. Some didn't. That was okay. My parents went to counseling. They tried. Slowly. Carefully. We talked. Sometimes. Not perfect. But honest. 1 year later, we had dinner again. Smaller table. No speeches. No pretending. Just truth. And respect. I looked around and smiled. Not because everything was fixed. But because I was. Glowing star moral of the story. Providing shelter is not the same as providing love. Silence protects abusers, not families. Your story deserves to be told and your healing deserves to come first. Blue Heart.